Political boycotts are a fundamental American right, from the American Revolution's boycott of British tea to the Montgomery bus boycott of the civil rights movement. The right to boycott is protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution and defended by the U.S. Supreme Court. But something is happening in our country. There is a massive organized effort to shield Israel from accountability for their human rights violations against Palestinians by undermining the First Amendment to our Constitution and infringing on our right to boycott. When Hurricane Harvey battered Texas, one town required residents to certify that they are not boycotting Israel in order to qualify for hurricane relief. In another Texas town, a public school speech pathologist lost her job because she refused to certify that she does not boycott Israel. Dozens of US states have similar laws on the books that punish American citizens for boycotting a foreign country, or even that country's illegal colonies that are built outside of its borders. Think about that for a minute. Those colonies are considered war crimes under international law, and yet we have laws saying that American citizens can be punished for boycotting a foreign country's war crimes. There is also a disturbing double standard. New York Governor Cuomo supported a boycott of American states, Indiana, North Carolina, and Mississippi, over their anti-LGBT laws. But what does he think about boycotting a foreign country over war crimes and crimes against humanity?
Today I'm going to sign an executive order that says very clearly we are against the BDS movement, and it's very simple. If you boycott against Israel, New York will boycott you.
This is just ridiculous, and it is blatantly unconstitutional. Now, thankfully, these repressive measures are being challenged by civil rights advocates, including the ACLU, and have been struck down by federal courts in Kansas, Arizona, and Texas. This is great news, because it means that even when politicians want to pander to Israel at the expense of our rights, the courts will stand up to them and defend our constitutional rights. But now there is a new game being played, where these anti-boycott laws are being tweaked to make them harder to challenge in court. The laws are being narrowed to limit who has standing to bring case against them, and in some cases they're doing away entirely with the government punishment part to avoid violating the First Amendment on a technicality. But these measures chill free speech anyway, by using smears and fabrications to condemn boycotts of Israel or its illegal settlements, making it politically toxic for people to exercise their right to express support for these boycotts, and opening the door for even more repressive measures against Americans who protest the Israeli government's crimes. Now, if you care about the Constitution and about living in a free society where we can discuss policy issues without the government telling us who we can boycott or what opinions we're allowed to express, there is one small, simple thing you can do right now. Contact your representative in Congress and tell them to support HRES 496, a congressional resolution simply affirming that all Americans have the right to participate in boycotts in pursuit of civil and human rights at home and abroad, as protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution. This is an important step in our ongoing journey to protect freedom of expression from those who want to silence dissent.